Hunt Showdown has been out for quite some time now, releasing in 2018 as a extract shooter and having a dedicated fan base for years. A little while back, they decided to release a new rework of the game, setting the game to the latest version of the Crytek engine and changing a lot of aspects of the game, one of which being the name, as it's now called Hunt 1896 instead of Hunt Showdown. Standing at a whopping 33 positive recent reviews, let's check out why those ratings are so low. As Omega Ceases here tells you, just simply is that, listen, Crytek, not only did you guys completely ruin the UI, but the servers are just as bad as they were before. This was your opportunity to attract new players, maybe hire an actual professional UI developer instead of monetization experts that ruin the vibe and aesthetics of the game. The entire UI is cumbersome. It's tiring to go through the menus. If you guys did a good job, I wouldn't mind spending money to support the game. But when you focus more on monetization and not the player experience, then I cannot support it. But it can't be that bad, right? It's barely been out a week. People don't like change, they need to get used to the UI, and when some glitches like that happen, most of the time within like a week, they get fixed. Like, that should be the case, right?
Once you own the hunter, there's no like way to view what their real name is, what their backstory is.
Oh, wait. Did I just buy that? Oh no! I just spent like 800 blood bonds.
Yeah, they keep doing that too. We're like,
what?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? I thought it was a skin for a gun because it showed it in my skins. It showed it like I owned it.
It is bad. I checked it out myself. Actually, it is surprising how they screwed it up this badly. The menus are so complicated for no reason. I have seen multiple prompts simply for a battle pass, right? Buy the battle pass, pay $10 for the battle pass. I still do not know what is in that battle pass. I have been told multiple times to pay for it, but I have no clue what it actually entails. Other than that, you also have the top right menu, which is basically something that in other games shows you the party you're in, right? It shows you like, hey, there's you and there's two other boxes, empty boxes with a plus sign. So one would expect pressing that allows you to go to your party menu and maybe add people. Nuh-uh. That's just to see your profile. They put that there, but that's just to see your profile. You can change that there. No, that is not the way you do it. You have to first click on a game mode with multiple people. So you can pick a game mode that's solo, and usually that's for queuing in other games. But here you press that, and then when you have your game mode, you can actually start inviting people by having the plus sign next to your character, which is also completely like way too difficult for no apparent reason. Same goes for getting skills. If you want a new skill for your character, you have to double press your character, then you have to actually press either, you can press the plus on the skills, but it's not that obvious. And any other part where you have like the icon that shows you how many skill points you have to put in a character, you can't use that. That is not usable. You can't just press that and go to skills and get upgrades for your character. No, that's too easy. You just have to do it, I guess, through cumbersome, like Omega Ceases said, like through cumbersome menus. And then you of course have the clip I showed you earlier where someone was in their inventory, saw a skin for a weapon, which was inventory. This wasn't the shop. They're in the inventory, they see one skin they have, and then they see another skin, and they're like, oh, that's a cool skin. They double press it, and it buys the skin. That is outrageous. That is something that Diablo 4 got shit for with their battle pass. But now this happens in Hunt, and like I hear nobody talking about this. How is this not like the hugest controversy in gaming right now? It is crazy how much this is about money. It's the same as I said with my battle pass. I still don't know what it is, but I've been asked to pay for something multiple times because then they'll get you through some crazy menus in a game that is all about having to get your gear and having to get out with that gear. Like an extract shooter means that if you lose your gear or you end up dying, well, you want that game to well, you want to get back in the game, so it should be fast. Any menu that takes too long or makes it so much more cumbersome is a step too much. You need the least amount of steps to get back in the game. That to the side, there is also, of course, just the sorry state of the game right now. There's many reports of people crashing. I've personally had a bit of a problem, but let's first look at another user here who left a bad review on Steam explaining when his performance got worse. OK Day here says that the new Hunt rework made the game unplayable for him. Getting horrible stutters when getting shot, shooting at someone, going into dark side, which is basically something you have to do a lot of times if you don't know what the game is about. You have to do that very often. And doing other interactions with map and inventory objects, also something that you have to do a lot. Obviously, with the lightning changes and performance, it is expected, but with an NVIDIA 4090 RDX, AMD 5800X, an M2 SSD, and 32 gigabytes of RAM, he says only getting 120 FPS. That is a lot, but still having massive drops while looking in certain directions. A buddy of mine has had the same exact problem. We both play on medium graphics, and somehow I get like, I think around 60 FPS and keep that like a steady 60 FPS. He gets 120, then 90, then all of a sudden he goes to 30, then he just goes back to 120, then he goes between 90 and 120 multiple times, and then just switches to 30 for a whole while, walks over to somewhere, back to 120. So there's very much a lot of different inconsistencies in the performance of the game that weren't there before. I myself have had, like I said, one issue, and it's a known issue in the community. Basically, my issue is very, very simple. When I open the map, after a monster starts to get banished, which isn't extremely often, but it happens, right? The map starts to sort of burn until it hits one location where it kind of shows where the monster is being banished by people. During that time, if at any point of during that time before it is fully burnt, the map, my game just freezes when I open it. Like, completely freezes. I have no way to get out of it. I have no way to stop it. I can't wait. It's literally just, it freezes and that's it. All you can really do to fix that is Alt F4. And like I said, this is an extraction shooter, so you lose everything. Your character is very important in Hunt. And I mean, your gear kind of is too, but your character is more important in Hunt, but you lose that character. I've lost two very good characters of mine simply to a bug that I didn't know existed until I looked it up and eventually did find how to fix it, which is, there's no fix. It's just don't open your map for 30 seconds because then you know that the burn is over. It is crazy how something like this is happening to a game like Hunt, and it's honestly also sad to see. Like the first comment I read here, Megaxesis also said that, you know, this was the opportunity to attract new players. It's sad to see. Hunt is a very good game. I've put about 50 hours into it, so I don't know as much as I guess Megaxesis with 1,460 hours, but I have enough experience to know that this is an absolute banger of a game that I have spent kind of a lot of hours into, that I really liked and really enjoyed. But right now I might actually just drop off because of these kind of things, and I'm not the only one. People tend to drop off when they see things like this. Like, this is just not fun. I mean, the new map is cool. I've enjoyed my time with it for the small amount of time I've played it for this video, but other than that, I don't think I'll be playing it a lot more, and I think a lot of people will fall off just because of this unless they start making some big changes. But now I'd like to hear what you guys think. So tell me, is the latest Hunt update maybe one of the worst updates in gaming history? Because oh my god, this is extremely bad. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you like commentary just like this, why not also just subscribe to the channel? That's it for me. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next video.